Hello and welcome back to the Old Realms, and we're going to be fighting against 617 in this field battle here. Now, you got to bear in mind that this guy, as far as I'm aware, is one of the fellows that potentially causes a crash for me. So, let's see whether that is indeed the case. If it is, then we may have a problem. Yeah, because I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to handle that, but yeah, anyway, let's just go straight on in here. We basically just have to charge every single day of the week. That is the best course of action for our class here and for our army composition. Although, to be fair, it would probably be a somewhat good idea to let our undead friends go in first. But, you know, I'm fine to just do this because then I get the opportunity to do a little bit of couch lancing. That's kind of fun. And, well, as you can see, our vampires are doing insane damage in the process as well, which is obviously great. Yes, I really wish I was better at couch lancing, to be honest. It's one of those things, you know, it's one of those things where I just go, hey, you know what? I'm just not very good at the couch lancing. It's kind of sad. I think I'm probably better at couch lancing when it comes to fighting against archers or infantry. Not so much infantry because they most likely have pole arms or something like that. But generally, yes. Bit of a problem. But it's okay because at the very least, what we can do is we can win this battle. And then we can go into the siege. Bear in mind that, annoyingly enough, our faction actually made peace with the faction that I was actually going to eliminate. I was very much moments away from eliminating this entire faction, and they made peace just at that exact moment when I was about to besiege the last fief that they had. And yes, that is somewhat unfortunate, isn't it? Yes, very, very unfortunate indeed. But it's okay, you know, it's okay, because we are on to the next one, as it were. On to the next one. And, yeah, to a certain degree, I feel like, hey, are we finished? Are we finished with this particular class? Do we want to do a different one? Do we want to go somewhere else? I don't know, because we've done the Necroc. We haven't done a Blood Knight, but a Blood Knight is kind of a similar thing to what we're currently playing as here. I don't know what the career powers are like for the Blood Knight, but I'm going to assume relatively similar. But I don't have any experience on that. Then obviously we do have the Vampire. The classic vampire that turns into the bats and is able to, you know, fly all over the battlefield and everything. I'm not sure if I really want to play that, to be honest, mostly because we've already played it in the past. Thankfully, we didn't suffer a crash, which is wonderful, so we can now just continue onward. And I am going to be spending 1,200 here to upgrade these. We're going to be sacrificing our undead and our prisoners for dark energy, and that's hopefully going to get us, it did actually get us to where we wanted to be, and a Bretonnian warhorse is going to be our reward there, and this is going to literally give us a massive horse upgrade, so that's wonderful. Anyway, as you can see, this is where we currently are. I was basically just thinking to myself, oh yeah, you know what, I'm going to have to leave. Here. This is somewhat unfortunate, to be honest. I kind of wanted to continue here, but I just don't have enough food. We could do this one. Your men catch nothing. Are you serious? Wow. Just when I wanted to actually get some food, the event gives me nothing. Isn't that just a classic? That is just absolutely typical. Aha! Look at what we have here. An even larger field battle. Almost 1,000 troops. 1,000. Wow. Okay, I certainly wasn't expecting anything like this, but I'm going to assume that all of the people that we potentially defeated previously might have defected over to other factions. And they might be actually part of this. So they might be part of this attack. So yeah, let's actually see what we could do here. What I'm going to do first is I am immediately just going to tell my infantry to charge in. because they need a little bit of a head start. I'm going to use some semblance of strategy here, to a small degree, even though, to be fair, when we immediately charge in, we basically suffer 0 casualties. So I personally don't really think that we need to use any kind of strategy right now. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Anyway, we're gonna charge through them and do some damage. Yes, a small amount. A small amount, because I just don't have enough speed. Yes, that's the reason why I saved. Oh, now that was a nice couch lance and a half, wasn't it? Alright, very, very nice. Okay, so hopefully we're gonna do okay here. I'm not gonna say... Right, okay. So it looks to me like there isn't really anything bad happening here, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do to prevent this. Alright, so I basically had to reload a previous autosave, and that's basically how we're going to proceed now, because clearly there's someone in there, or there's something happening in that larger battle, which is kind of sad, to be honest, because I personally would really, really like to do these larger battles, because they are just that much more fun with a target-rich environment. It's just so much better, because then we get the opportunity to do some crazy cool couch lances like this, for example. Look at that. That was some crazy nice stuff. Loads of damage. And that's what we want, right? You know, that is literally what we want every single day of the week. Okay, let's see if we can... okay, I was kind of hoping that we would be able to go through them just with the tail end of our buff. But unfortunately, no. I was a little bit too late turning around there. But that's okay. It's fine. You know, we're going to do fine here. Anyway, as I was talking about before the initial crash... I was talking about how, you know, what kind of class we could make next, because we've made, well, pretty much all of them, as far as I'm aware, with the exception of, obviously, as I said before, the Blood Knight. I haven't played the Blood Knight yet. There is a Grey Wizard that we could potentially play. We could play a Bright Wizard from the Empire. Bright Wizard might be fun. But that's a little bit difficult because it's literally going to destroy everything on the field, isn't it? It's going to be a similar situation to maybe the Necrarch. I think it's probably going to be relatively similar to how the Necrarch played, and so I'm not entirely sure if that's going to provide us with a significant enough of a difference, you know what I mean? I mean, yeah, sure, it obviously looks different and everything, and it does have some different, should we say, different career options and things like that. Maybe I'll test it out, you know, maybe I'll do a little bit of testing in my off-screen time, and I'll see how that goes. But generally, I'm not sure how that's going to go. So we'll just see. We'll just see. Anyway, we're just going to level everyone up as much as we can here. And we now have 912 dark energy. And yeah, pretty much around here, what I'm trying to do is just eliminate everyone. Just eliminate people in and around this area. Try to get them completely dead or captured. And then, well, then hopefully go into the siege. I mean, the funny thing about this is that indeed I am actually correct about this, because look at this. This guy's from Brionne. This guy's from Brionne. This guy's from Artois. This guy's from Brionne, and they have been eliminated previously. And so that's the reason why, you know, why this particular faction is so incredibly powerful, because they have so many vassals, you know, they have huge amounts of vassals. So this is a big problem, and I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to solve any kind of crash that happens in a larger-ish situation. So what I'm going to do is we're going to try to go into the siege again. I'm not going to... where does my food go? Can I ask? Can I ask where my food goes? Because it feels like I had 500, and then all of a sudden it is at like 200. Because every single day we're eating 9. I should have had a load still, which is really strange. Okay, that is That is kind of weird, I gotta say. That is pretty weird. And we are now declaring war on Aquitaine, which is kind of cool. I like that, because Aquitaine is actually really, really close by to everything else. But yeah, I think this is probably going to be the final episode for this character, because as you can no doubt tell, with the exception of the crashes, we are basically unstoppable. I mean, as you can clearly see here, you know, we're, you know, just literally destroying everything with our spellcasters and everything, and it's just amazing the amount of damage that we can deal with that, as well as having the longevity of our ability. That just gives you everything that you need. I mean, look at this. Our spellcasters have killed over 300 people so far, and oh no, are they really going to do that? Okay, apparently they are. That is very sad. Do you think I can actually get up here? We might be able to... Oh! What? How did I die? How did I actually die right there? Let me actually see. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I fell down, and then It shows I took no damage whatsoever. Oh, wait a minute. The game is lagging like no one's business. Okay, what's actually going on with that? Okay, that's a little bit strange. But as you can see from the combat log, there is no damage. I just took 26 damage, and then all of a sudden, I had died. Huh. Okay, that's weird, right? I think that's weird. Alright, well, there you go. Oh, there's some crazy stuff happening right now. But yeah, anyway, my forces should be able to take this with very minimal issues. Unfortunately, we are going to sustain a couple of casualties now because I'm not alive to provide them with that extra longevity, that extra toughness with our, you know, basically infinite health regen, because it's on a 30-second cooldown, and generally, well, technically it is only on a 12-second cooldown because it lasts for 18 seconds. And as soon as it's lasted 18 seconds, you only have to wait 12 seconds until you can cast it again. So it's really, really strong. Anyway, is the game actually okay? Are we actually fine here? It seems like we are having some huge technical issues in this particular episode. I'm sorry for that. There isn't really much I can do about it. For some reason, there seems to be more technical issues than I've had in a while. And kind of weird. Kind of weird, but yeah, I'm going to have to... There we go. All right, did it. Fantastic. Okay, yeah. So I was actually fast forwarding, of course, because, you know, I don't really want to sit here for, you know, 10 minutes waiting for my guys to actually kill things. Unfortunate for me that there are two enemies literally running against the wall there, and I highly doubt my forces... I mean, look at what's happening right now. You see exactly what's happening right now? These guys are just standing there. And they're just getting bombarded by this one catapult. Alright, so we finally got these guys dead, and my people were apparently finally able to get themselves moving. I'm still not entirely sure why the AI does that, to be honest, because in general, the best course of action for them is to just move forward, you know, just move forward as much as you possibly can, and then you're going to be able to win the day. You're going to be able to win the day super, super easily, but they choose to just, well, stand there, and that causes a lot of problems. Anyway, gonna be donating everyone and getting some massive loot, obviously, and let's actually see what's going on here. So this should have a lot of money. Oh, only 52,000. Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, instantaneous 51,000 right there. Not too bad. And I can just wait here for some time. And that is pretty much it. I mean, that's the point. I'm not entirely sure what else to do, to be honest, because we are now in the cycle of besieging. And, you know, we've kind of shown that our character is extremely, extremely powerful. Our army is pretty much unstoppable in every single situation. And I think it might be kind of cool to have a bit of a change. So I'm gonna see what other classes we can play. I'm gonna see which abilities are gonna be kind of fun, and then we'll pick that up, and we'll try to have a fun time on there. But I have very much enjoyed this. I think this has been an extremely enjoyable class. If you want to play a bit more of a supportish character that has an extremely powerful army, then this is definitely the class for you. And there is a link in the description if you want to download the mod for yourself. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.